You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, ABC soap opera fans. We have got a comings and goings update that is huge. There is another soap actor bringing their character from another soap over to General Hospital in about a month. It is very exciting news, and we have to wonder if, as part of this character crossover, if we're going to get Rebecca Budig back as well, because she has a strong tie to this actor and character who are coming over. We're going to dig into that in just a second. If you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our updates, spoilers, casting news, everything you need to know. So the first thing to know is that the huge news, a lawyer from All My Children is coming to Port Charles. The character's name is Jackson Montgomery. He was typically called Jack Montgomery. And if you didn't know anything about it, if you weren't watching All My Children, I wasn't, but I did my homework before I did this. Jack was once married to All My Children iconic character Erica Kane. And it's very interesting because of an arrest that she had on the show that is very similar to charges someone is facing right now. Okay. So let's look at this. And the big thing also to know is that someone is in legal hot water and they're going to need a lawyer that isn't already on the show. So that's why they're bringing in All My Children ace attorney Jack Montgomery. He is headed to Port Chuck and he is going to debut in July. So the actor's name is Walt Willey. He makes his General Hospital debut next month, playing Pine Valley lawyer Jack Montgomery. He has not played this role in more than a decade. Walt Willey appeared in 1,000 episodes of All My Children. He left in September 2011, right before the final episode aired on ABC. Then, if you're an AMC fan, you'll know this. They tried to revive the series as a web series in 2013, but it fizzled out fast. Then there was a lawsuit with the production company that made the show called Prospect Park, I think, and ABC finally got the character rights back in 2016. Prior to that, they couldn't have any characters from that show or from One Life to Live, I think, as well, because they had originally brought Roger Howarth over as Todd Manning, but then had brought his daughter Star Manning over, but then they had to change his character, and that's how they ended up reprising Franco Baldwin, which had been originally played by James Franco, and they had to put him in as a new character. And of course, Roger Howarth is now playing Austin Holt now that serial killer Franco met the true death. Okay, so the question is, who is Jack Montgomery going to rep? And who is the General Hospital alum that is also tied to this character? So first of all, there's a chance that Jack might come to town to represent Cody Bell. Cody Bell is facing these bogus theft charges thanks to awful Gladys Corbin. Remember, she slid the diamond bracelet that they had borrowed from some famous jeweler into his tuxedo jacket while he was on stage getting undressed for Milo and the Magic Wand. So he wasn't near the jacket, he wasn't near her, but she was trying to set him up so that he would not blab on her for her illegal gambling debts and her draining Sasha's funds to pay them. Scotty Baldwin was representing him. He made this deal with Cody that if Cody would sign a thing saying he's the son of Leo Taub, that they could then try and get the Ice Princess necklace back. I think something like that. At any rate, the thing is, Ken Schreiner just announced that General Hospital has written out his character of Scotty. That means Cody doesn't have a lawyer. Cody this week gets closer to Tracy Quartermaine, looking to get in her good graces, to get her in a favorable mood. So it could be that Tracy recommends Jackson to be his lawyer. But then again, there's some other plots from AMC's past that make me think he might be repping either Carly or Drew. And I'll tell you why. Back when Jack was in Pine Valley and he was close to Erica Kane, she was arrested for insider trading and he was her lawyer. She eventually decided to plead guilty because of a political situation and she didn't want to mess up someone's political campaign. I won't go into the whole backstory. So she did end up going to prison, but Jack was able to get her early release. So I'm wondering if that expertise in that case is what brings Jackson Montgomery to Port Charles, and maybe he'll wind up repping either Carly Corinthos or Drew Kane in their SEC case. Both of them have lawyers right now. That is true. Diane Miller is repping Carly because she can't represent both Carly and Drew because it's a conflict of interest because they're basically separate cases and they could technically testify against each other. And Drew Kane has his own lawyer. They haven't revealed who it is yet, but Zeke Robinson, Portia Robinson's brother, is in town this week and he said he has a client to meet. And then in the new promo, there's a scene of Zeke meeting with Drew. So I don't know if Zeke's a lawyer. I don't know if they've ever revealed that, but I feel like that Zeke might be Drew's lawyer. So here's the question that we really want to dig into is, will this bring Rebecca Budig back to Port Charles? Why? Why would it matter? Well, Jackson Montgomery's daughter's name is Greenlee Smythe, and she was played by Rebecca Budig all the way up until that soap ended. And then 3.5 years later, she got cast as Hayden Barnes on General Hospital. If you don't remember Hayden, she is Liz Weber's secret sister. She is also the mom of Finn's daughter that we see on the regular. So it would be really cool if Rebecca showed up as Greenlee. However, Greenlee is not a lawyer, so there's really not necessarily a reason professionally for her to be in Port Charles, but it would be really cool if she just showed up with her dad and GH fans got to see Rebecca Budig again. So I would be excited to see her again. I'd be doubly excited if they had her back as Hayden. But we're going to get Walt Willey as All My Children lawyer Jack Montgomery next month. This is not the first time a lawyer from a canceled soap has crossed over to General Hospital. 4 years ago, One Life to Live actress Hillary B. Smith brought her lawyer character Nora Buchanan to Port Charles to represent Valentine Cassadine. She represented him 2 times, both times in 2017, and then she represented Kevin Collins in 2019. The first time Nora came to town, she was representing Valentine in his custody battle with Lulu. And then in 2017, she stepped in to help Olivia Jerome, who wound up at Darkham Asylum instead of prison, and that was as a favor to Valentine. And then 2019, she represented Kevin Collins when he was facing charges for keeping secret that Ryan Chamberlain had been alive, and he had him hidden away. But the exciting news is, if you're an All My Children fan, Jack Montgomery hits Port Chuck in July 2023. It would be fab if he brought Greenlee with him and we got some scenes with Rebecca Budig, but there hasn't been anything about that. But you never know. At the very minimum, maybe he'll name drop her and show a picture of her on his phone. I'd be happy with that. Hey, if you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our General Hospital updates. Let us know in the comments what you think about Jack Montgomery coming to General Hospital. Were you an All My Children fan? Do you know his character? Do you remember Jack? Do you remember Greenlee? What do you think? Are you excited about this? Let us know in the comments.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.